All right, now there's a lot of talk about Chinwo and Ezee and JDK and royalties and who is calling this, who is not calling that, who is using who is not using who is bullying, who is not bullying who, and all whatnot. Oh, Jesus. It's a sensitive topic because of some personal reasons that I wouldn't want to disclose here. But that notwithstanding, there are some truths that we need to just tell ourselves. When Pastor Chris Oyakhilome years ago mentioned about deciding where you belong if you are in the music ministry or in the music industry, it doesn't matter whether you are doing a gospel content or you are doing a secular content, because there are a lot of countries out there whose gospel artists are not born again, whose gospel artists are not even Christians, whose gospel artists are club musicians, but they do gospel music as a genre, which means as a class or a type of music. It has nothing to do with believing in it. All right, just the way you see some artists who sing about love, how love is the best thing, meanwhile they don't experience love in their lives. So they're not singing something they actually believe, but they're just singing. So when Pastor Chris mentioned that you need to decide where you belong, whether you're in the industry or in the ministry. If you're in the ministry, there is an attitude that is expected of you. There's a courage. There are some things that should matter and there are some things that should not matter. One thing that should never matter if you are in the ministry is placing money as a priority to minister or to bless. Now, it doesn't mean that you should not get appreciated for what you are doing, because you're also investing money into yourself, all right, to be in form and to make sure that you continually have the ability to record and promote your content. It takes a lot of money. It takes a whole lot of money. When I mean a whole lot of money, I can tell you from experience, it takes a whole lot of money to be a successful artist. Whether you're doing gospel or secular, you're going to be spending several tens and tens and tens of millions of naira. Now, if it's something that you are fully sold out to, you will do it from a place of joy and passion without any clause attached to it. Now, that's the reason why this whole idea of record label, Christians should not be getting involved in it. Because when you are doing a record deal, you are already directly, intentionally announcing that you are beginning to monetize this gift that God has given to you. But if you are on your own and you are doing this and people decide to say, okay, we want to invest in your ministry. I know of a particular artist in Port Harcourt who started out as record label, and later on he realized from the scriptures, all right, and pulled out. And he's still on high demand, even though it's not as popular as some of the other ones. All right, still on high demand right now because he pulled out and said, no, I don't want to. The conditions that are written in this document are too intense for me to stay steadfast in my faith. But others, they ignore all the signs and they go after fame, influence, money, and they ignore all the other signs. Even the secular world, that's why I see a lot of these secular artists make a lot of mistakes. Don't be deceived. Some of your popular stars out there are very broke in the secular world. So those popular names that you're saying, not the elite, not the top ones now, a lot of the popular names that you sing their songs, they are very broke because they are being used by their labels. You cannot eat your cake and have it. The label will invest their money. Without the label, nobody will know you. Let's call a spade a spade. The same way you were using the label was using you. So everybody, they use each other. So there should be peace. Everybody rest. Somebody should come and say, they bullied me. Ezee say they bully him. She will say they bully him. They used me. Say they used me. They took me to court. They took me to court. I paid royalties. I not pay royalties. He hates this person. He does not hate that person. All those things are just tools that they are using to manipulate the minds of followers and all the people who are on the internet who care to pay attention to some of the things that they are saying. If you are sensitive, you will not let any of those things get to you, because when they settle tomorrow, you would have used your own hands to commit sin by placing a curse on this or hating that person. You might even have conflict within your family because you are an Ezee fan or you are a Chinwo fan. But meanwhile, they would have settled, reconciled, and moved on. Tomorrow, they can become very, very happy and best friends. But you've sowed a seed of tears in your family because you were fighting their battle. You guys, Nigerians, I always tell people, you are very gullible. Like very dark man would say, Nigerians are very easy to manipulate. If they want to fight over royalties and everything. They don't need to come to the internet to come and start doing it. What because were we there when they were signing their deals? Were we there when they were living life, doing very well, making money? Then all of a sudden now there's crisis. Then you, the masses, you're all killing yourself. This person is a wicked person. That one is a wicked person. Oh, she was crying. Is it do you do your video and cry too now, so that you can balance? You can know that you also have your own fans. So all these things, they are very unnecessary. Everybody was using each other. That is one fact. That's why I said that is the primary truth. However you were used, you volunteered to be used. So now that you have broken free, you became independent, move on. I like what Judike did. Judike came out and dropped a memo, I think a write-up or so, and said that she's pulling out. A lot of Christians congratulated her, cheered her up. She's pulling out because she didn't want to rub the name of Christ on the mud. You can't come out and say because of the body of Christ you are fighting a fellow Christian. You see, that's why the Muslims always make a mockery of Christian, because they say Christianity is a very fragile religion. It's a religion where anything goes, anything happens. You will see the Muslims coming out to mess themselves up, all in the name of clout or publicity or becoming more popular or whatever the case may be. You won't see them do that. That's why they appear like the superior religion, sadly. Then we who claim to have the superior religion that is Christ, we are messing ourselves up every day on the internet. I'm not taking sides with anybody. I'm not a Messi Chinwo fan, neither man is a Ezee fan. No. I'm a Jesus fan. Strictly. I have not benefited anything from Messi Chinwo. I've not benefited anything from Ezee. We are not close. I don't even know them one-on-one. But it's just stating the fact. We can't come out and do the wrong thing and expect the right results. Unbelievers are out there laughing. Say, see them. The same thing they happen for secular world, whiskey that Davido or Bonner and Speed Darlington. Neither they happen now. So tomorrow they are saying this person is this person is that, person is paying bloggers, this person is not paying bloggers. All those things we don't need all those things right now. We don't. The job of a minister is to unify the body of Christ, not to scatter it. So whatever both Ezee and Messi are doing, and whoever is backing them up, sponsoring them, other music ministers or pastors, whatever, all of you are wrong. You need to stop it now, irrespective of your influence or what you stand to benefit from all this. Let's not deviate from what we confess that we are, or we are doing, or we believe in, and do something different. So we don't become like those who practice gospel music just as a genre, not even as a believer. In case you don't know, there are people, I don't want to call the nations, there are people out there, even in this very country, Nigeria, who practice gospel music as a genre of music. They drink like hell, they smoke, they smoke. Some of them even carry young teenagers of 16, 17 as girlfriends and put in their houses in the name of relationship. And meanwhile, you are in your late 30s. What kind of relationship are you having as in your 38, 39, 37, 38, 39, 40? You are having a relationship with a girl that is 16, 17, 18. You are in the same house. So you are in love. What's wrong? What happened to the 25s and the 20s and the 30s? You didn't say anyone to love there. That's why them are popular in this country. Still very, very single, with no plans of ever getting married. And they are stars. That's one of them are your stars. One of them are your idols. Ejo, won't arrest for this matter. In all that getting, get sense. See you again in my next video.